Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Manning Up in the Kitchen with our special second episode of Getting Caught Doing Something Sweet. I'm Chef Tracy Muhammad, and I'd like to thank you once again for coming in, tuning in to this live special show with a special guest. I'll be introducing this special guest in a few minutes. Of course, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to our last episode of Getting Caught Doing Something Sweet with our special guest, Valton Johnson. Yes, we were here at Manning Johnson, our special guest, and boy, was the film festival for our youth top tier. With all of the actors and actresses that came from Atlanta and other places, these quote-unquote superstars, along with the community that came out, and oh yes, the actors and actors from Dundra Heights. The Carver Theater was a special place last weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and we got to see some of our youth who did a marvelous job with their, videos or movies that they put together. We had a $250 winner, $500 winner, and a grand prize winner. I think we're going to bring out grand prize winner right here to be with us in the Man Up in the Kitchen, because yes, he was caught doing something sweet. So we want to thank Mr. Johnson and all of his wonderful staff for all that they did to make that happen. But today, we're back with Man Up in the Kitchen, Getting Caught Doing Something Sweet, and our special honored guest is a very young man, a college student from Huntsville that went to Jackson State, and now he's transitioned to his graduate school where he's studying to become an optometrist. Well, we claim that he's already that. So in a few minutes, he's going to go into some of his life story, his life history, his family history, and also what is he doing right now at UAB as he's matriculating through his courses of study to become an optometrist. So I'm so glad and honored once again for all of you who tuned in the past. Please, right now, I want to wait just a few minutes to like and share the feed right now, because we have a very special guest. Let your family, let your friends know that today's show is something for the ages. We have a young man that's doing some amazing things, and maybe one day he'll be your eye doctor. So, brothers and sisters, friends and families, right here in Birmingham, Alabama, Man Up in the Kitchen with Chef Tracy Muhammad, please welcome with a big round of applause. Welcome. Very special young man to me, like a nephew. He is that Shafi Muhammad. Let's give him a big round of applause, everybody. There you go. Oh, he's a running star. He's a rock star. Oh, so good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome back to our home.
Thank you, sir.
Our special place of abode. Man, it's an honor and pleasure. I think never run on the track with you. Well, I think I'm closer to doing it now.
Yes, sir, you got it.
No. But, to God be the glory. First of all, I can say assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
So for y'all who are not familiar with those words, that simply means peace be unto you. And, there's nothing wrong with us having a little fun in the kitchen. Because your energy ain't good, don't come in the kitchen, because it's going to spread that transfer right into the food. So we've already prayed before the show and set the atmosphere. So Shafi Muhammad, thank you again for coming to grace us with your presence. So tell those who may not have heard of you, who you are, who your parents, and where you live originally. And just tell us a little something about yourself. You talk to those people right there in America, in the world right now. Don't mean to put no pressure on you.
All right. Yes, sir. My name is Shafi Muhammad. My parents are brother Philip Muhammad, may Allah be pleased, and sister Deidre Muhammad. I have a twin brother as well, Hanif Muhammad. I'm from Huntsville, Alabama. That's where I was born and raised by Allah's permission, and went to Jackson State University for undergrad, and right now I'm at UAB. Growing up,
hold on one second. What did you major in at Jackson State?
At Jackson State, I majored in physics with a concentration in pre-medicine.
Okay, all right. Well, we ain't gonna go into that right now. But I just want everybody to know what was your major there. Okay. If you don't major in minors like me, his major's a major.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, go ahead. You want to talk about your growing up song?
Yes, sir. I remember me and my brother, we played a lot of sports when we were growing up. Played baseball a little bit as well, and we were kind of like some dual athletes. Played baseball and ran track a little bit. Went to Monrovia, middle school, and Sparkman High School as well, and Bob Jones, and we were on the track team there as well. I'd say it was a good upbringing by Allah's permission, blessed with the parents that we both had. Yes, sir.
Yes. Well, let's progress a little bit to Jackson State.
Yes, sir. Okay.
What was it like to be down there with prime time? What was the atmosphere of the whole campus when Prime got there?
It was pretty, I would say, electric atmosphere for real. I would look at ESPN and everything every time, every week, every game. Jackson State would be on the news. I actually saw him one time when he over there at Jackson State a few times. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, I just want you to know you were the prime time chef.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anyway, I know that had to be an amazing time because he's an amazing man. To me, he's more than a coach. He's a man of God first. And what do you think it means to the young men to have fathers, in particular those who don't? What does it mean to have a man like him so into your life like he does outside of the sport itself? What do you think it really means? What did it mean to some of the young men that you met?
Yes, sir. Well, some of the men are a young individual that may not have had a father figure there. He could have or represented that for them, just pursuing and exuberating excellence for them as well. Not only as a coach on the football field as well, but as a man of God, like you mentioned earlier. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's Christ conscious.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so like us, right? But anyway, I've enjoyed. I have to let the world know that your father, as you said, may Allah be pleased, and he was my best friend, as you know. And we used to talk almost every day, literally. So I'm just so grateful to see you and your brother just go on, not go on, but be in life, and doing it such a way, with such a weight that you had on you. And kudos to you all and your mother, Sister Deidre Muhammad. I dare not forget to mention her name at this moment, but you all have been very great examples. So how many languages you speak? I think you speak how many languages?
Just English and biliterate in Spanish, a little bit of reading and writing in Arabic.
Let me ask you a question. How do you say "manning up" in the kitchen in Spanish? Can you hit that one?
Let me see. Para hacer más como un hombre en la cocina.
Latino, L-A-C-A-N-A, something like that. Latino.
La cocina.
La cocina. I was reading that today. See, I ain't had time to really get it down pat. I was gonna surprise you, but
Okay.
I was there. I recognized it, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
I'm there, knocking on the door. But anyway, at this time, we just want to talk a little bit about being in medical school, live and live in color and live in person.
Yes, sir.
Share with everybody what is going to medical school as a student of optometry, being a young black man in particular, because there are not a lot of black people in school for optometry anyway, right?
Yes, sir.
So what does it mean to you, and what do you think you could say today that could be inspiration to some other young person out there that may be trying to figure out what they want to do in the medical field, and that may be something that they may want to pursue too.
Yes,
Why did you pursue that?
I pursued it. There are a couple of reasons why. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir. A couple of reasons why I pursued the field of optometry. As I mentioned earlier, at your dear brother me here, that me and my brother, we would run track and play baseball a lot. And our father, student minister Philip Muhammad, he would come to like every single game and be in the batter's box and everything, or on the track. Like, go ahead, Shafi, go ahead, Hanif. And then so it was just great having that support
No,
system.
he didn't say it like that. Shafi!
Yes, sir.
Habib! You can hear him over everybody in the stand.
Yes, sir.
So
right.
that's how he was. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes, sir. But and so he would come to our games and our track meets and everything, and that support system was really well. And towards like later on, I didn't know that I didn't really understand like certain eye diseases, like what was going on, but I just knew that like he wasn't able to like see as much as he wanted to for like in the past. And so that was like, well, what's going on? I didn't know. So that led me down more to pursue like what causes that, and what can be done to like prevent that or alleviate that like future down the road, and also preventative measures, especially within the Black community.
Right. So, I went to school for massage therapy. And we had to learn about those 12 cranial nerves in the brain and what they do to function. And one of the things that I noticed in the books that we studied concerning this part of the anatomy is so much going on in this structure.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's amazing. But what does being able to look into somebody's eye, can you really tell certain health issues by just looking into the eye itself, because it's so close to the brain, of course?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like if you look at me like right now a little bit, you can see some of the blood vessels within my eyes, and that's one of like the only places in your body that you can see like your actual blood vessels a little bit. And so and that kind of gives you a general understanding of what is going on in like your other arteries and veins and vessels as well in your body. So I can tell you like if you have a pre-existing health condition, or like a systemic disease as well. And also the eyes are literally an extension of the brain, and it can tell you like if you have a afferent or efferent disease, depending on how your pupil reacts to like introduction of light to it as well.
Let's talk about the afferent disease. What are some of the types of afferent?
You can have afferent pupillary disease, which basically means so when I shine light into this eye, my right eye, you should see constriction. And also when you shine light again, when you first looked at it in the right eye, the second time you shine light, you want to look at that left eye. So afferent pupillary defect is when when I shine light right here, that's a direct response. When I shine light right here and this eye constricts as well, that's called a consensual response.
Okay.
And so when the consensual response is greater than the direct response, meaning that this eye that wasn't being shown light into it constricts faster and to a greater magnitude, then that consensual response is greater than the direct response. So that would be an afferent pupillary defect.
Right. So how important is our diet as far as our overall health, as far as our eyes itself? What is it? How important is our health, and if our food is not the best of food, can it lead to our health being compromised?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Especially dealing with like if you eat a lot of sugar, that can actually have fluctuations in your vision as well. And so sometimes there is a measurement, like especially with those of us that have like diabetes, like a measurement of like A1C. And so sometimes if your A1C is like up and down, it can cause your prescription to be like up and down, and it'll make you not be able to see as well or consistently. Yeah.
Okay. Well, any kind of foods in particular? The rabbit kicked the bucket. What about the carrots? You remember the Lunch Buddy?
Yes,
so it's carrots, the beta carotene and all that. Is that good? Also, it's been said over the years, but is that true?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Vitamin A and also in carrots, there's like a protein called opsin and rhodopsin, which you need in retinal to be able to see, in order to convert light energy into electrical signals that the brain interpret and like visually process.
Right. So, so I have this amazing book by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
And it talks about some of the good foods that we should eat, the native beans, and others. What do you think, as far as your knowledge of this book and how it's very important, not just for the eyes, but overall health? I could not let you leave today knowing you're in medical school and you're on the way to becoming a doctor. And I just don't have this book here just to have it here. But you're one of the first doctors to be that I had on the show and who knows about what's in this book. How important is what's in this book with making not just black people, but people in general healthier? Because right now in America, there's a lot of unhealthy people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, like the book, How to Eat to Live, it's just that, how to eat to live, you know, just giving you prescriptions and a dietary format in order to improve the overall health of your body, which also can be seen with your eyes as well. And in the black community, Hispanic, even white community, and just America in general, like obesity, diabetes, and other systemic health diseases can be cured and helped and with this book by Elijah Muhammad.
Okay, so, man, so when will you finish that, the finish line like you did in college? And you still run
Yes, sir.
at events, but how long would it be before you have matriculated all the way through medical school?
Yes, sir. It's a 4-year program, and we just finished our first year, so it'll be in 2028.
What?
Yes, sir.
2028. Now hold on. Now I forgot something. Earlier this year, just a few months ago, you received a white coat.
Yes, sir.
Now tell everybody what was that? Or what was it like? You know, what was it like to receive that white coat?
It was basically like to signify transitioning and commemorating, you know, your transition from like preclinical and didactic studies into clinical evaluations and skills that you'll be able to, you know, perform on your patients as well. Yes, sir. And so, yeah, when we did that, that was probably one of the like a pretty high occasion and fun moment in my life that earlier this year. It was exceptional. Life. So.
Well, we know you're gonna be caught doing something sweet in 28.
Yes, sir.
But you know, after you receive the white coat, you know, I talked to you, and I said, maybe you can come on the show and talk about what it was like, you know, to receive that white coat. What was it like having mom and brother and other people there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, how was it? What was it like to have your mom there? You know, and, you know, all that we know, mom sacrificed your dad in the spirit, and your brother Hanif. What was it like? And you had somebody come from a distance too to come.
Yes, sir.
What was that like to be on that day on that stage and have your family there?
Honestly, before we even did it, I was so nervous before it even happened, but it ended up, especially with my mom, my brother, and the special guest, brother Gabriel from Atlanta. He came as well to support, and it was pretty good opportunity. And it just felt like home having them there as well, and yeah.
Well, thank you. What has it been like to be in Birmingham? I know you used to come here a lot and run track in high school, even college. So what has it been like to be in Birmingham? How has that campus life at UAB? What has that been like for you? You're kind of different. Meaning, you got to go to HBCU, and now you're at UAB in Birmingham.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is that like? It wasn't a culture shock like you had been in school in Huntsville. Yes, what it has been like to be able to get that kind of, you know, diversity or exposure?
Yes, sir. It was a little bit different coming from HBCU going to UAB, but you know, I do welcome all the exchanges and friends that I've made as well, because you know we're all in it to become doctors and everything, and to help each other and help our patients. So yes, sir. It's been a good experience so far.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So what about, as I mentioned in the beginning, there are not a lot of blacks in optometry. What is there anything being done to kind of expose, you know, more blacks to school. Can you talk about that for a minute? Because we got something real sweet for you to taste in a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It seems
sir.
like you chopped it at the bit over there.
Yes, sir. So, in America, only a black population only represents about 13% of the population, but only about 2% of practicing optometrists. And there are different organizations that are helping us to provide and include more optometrists, especially within the Black and Hispanic community, and just integrate them more into it. Yes, sir. So we got the
Right. So we know. So let me ask you a question. It's a big question.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the biggest question you're going to be asked today.
Okay.
Outside is the bean pie.
Yes, sir.
Are you planning on staying in Alabama or anywhere in the United States, or have you thought about your future plans?
I have thought about my future plans a little bit, yes, sir. I do believe I want to stay in Alabama, though.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Maybe go back to Huntsville or stay in Birmingham. I don't know. The city's kind of growing on me a little bit.
Oh, is that right? It ain't the bean pie. You're close to the bean pie, whatever it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I hope it ain't queen pie.
No. Yes, sir.
I couldn't, you know how I am sometimes. I couldn't stand that without. All right, Sister Mama Deidre.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So in a second, we're going to have your pie.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have done a wonderful job, Shafi, and I'm just honored to be a part of your family. You know, we're a family, and we're just very grateful for what you have done and what you're doing at school. And your brother Hanif, tell us something. What kind of relationship y'all have?
Yes, sir. We have a pretty fun and comical relationship. We send each other kind of like funny videos a lot and just try to make each other laugh. Sometimes when we both have a little free time, we may get on the game or just call each other a little bit and just hang out. And we run together a little bit when I'm at home as well. Yeah, we're pretty good relationship, pretty fun and everything.
Yeah, I think y'all have two special people that.
Oh.
No, two special, not people, but they act like people sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have two cats. What's their name? The cat's name that y'all are very fond of.
Cats are Mufasa and Simba. Yeah, they're some characters, I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Mufasa and Simba. So we look forward to spending more time. I talked to Hanif the other day, and Hanif has a lot going on. And ladies and gentlemen, Hanif is in school for cybersecurity. And no,
he just got his
out of school. He's out of school.
Yes, sir.
He's in the field now. He's actually working in the field, and he's going to come on and talk about that too, as far as being in that field. Because right now, cybersecurity is very very broad right now, and it's really around the world. It's something that we need, So look forward to actually having him on the show. And next week, God willing, we'll have Chef Drew from Yo Chef, and that particular restaurant is giving away a food truck to someone who's seeking to go in business or maybe in business, and they're not just going to give them a truck. They're actually going to be putting money behind them and also stocking their, business,
Nice.
and make sure that they get a healthy start to be successful. So next week, God willing, we plan on having Chef Drew here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the bean pie, and I'm going to use that fork my daughter has and that plate she has. Let me have that plate over there, please. I'll take the plate. And we're going to go on and let Shafi. I just need the plate and that knife right quick. I need the knife right quick. Because I'm going to cut this one right here. Let's see how we're going to do with this one right here. This is the blueberry. I just need the knife. And hold that one up too. That's the plain one right there. I need the plate. I need that plate. Just hold it up, Shafi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we're gonna see if you set it down now. And this is yours. You can hold whatever hand you want. Turn it around.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
just hold it up like this. Like stand up with it. Let's see him. Oh, he's a southpaw, left-handed. Let's see how fast you can make that pie disappear. Not the whole pie, just like.
Just a slice, yes, sir. Let me take a piece. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, that's a little crust. You don't like the crust or something like that?
Oh, I do. I just.
You can go eat. Are you bashful eating?
Uh,
Doctor? Oh, that's Pat. Y'all ain't supposed to do that.
Mm.
So, how's it taste to you?
I'll give about 11 out of 10.
11, not 10.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pretty good.
Yeah, so that's the blueberry. Now, he's had the bean pie before,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think he had it since I've been able to get it to that point. And we still got some room for improvement. But you caught doing something sweet.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
the least I can do is just give you something I know you love.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say what's your favorite bean pie. Who make your favorite bean pie?
I know the answer to that, right?
Well, we ain't gonna go there right now because no, we're gonna leave it just where it is. But Shafi, thank you for all that you've done and what you're doing in school. And we have a whole lot of people that's backing you and supporting you and depending on you. Okay, so we don't mean to put no pressure.
Okay.
But we want to let you know how much proud we are.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard from our special guest, Shafi Muhammad, School of Optometry here at UAB. I'll be graduating in 2028. And just thank you for tuning in, share this video, and let it reach as wide as many people can see it and hear it. Again, I'm Chef Amir Tracy Muhammad, manning up in the kitchen. Our special episode number 2, season 1, getting caught doing something sweet. Thank you again. To God be the glory.
Yes, sir.